Welcome to Master Trader, where you learn simple market analysis to make money investing and trading in the markets. I'm Dan Gibby, and in this week's Chart of the Week, I'm going to review with you a bunch of patterns that we found scanning together in the Green Trading Room, which is our live trading room, where we give education, stock ideas, answer questions all day long, monitor the markets, and we do a lot of scanning together. And that's where we find our compelling patterns to give both stock and option trades to our 3 trading advisory letters. Here are the spiders here. Been in a crazy trading range here for a couple weeks. My partner Greg Capra calls the relationship between Trump and China's president a dysfunctional marriage because of the fighting and strategy that's going on over these trade wars. We still have an inverted yield curve. We still have these tariff issues. Things are rough right now and unpredictable with all these gaps. But back to patterns. This is actually a compelling pattern if, it was a gap breakout on Friday, but if it can now trade above Friday's high, there's what we call a price void up to the next little resistance areas here. So this will be a little swing trade idea for us just for a couple days, and also selling an out of the money put spread. On the spiders, diamonds, very similar pattern, actually a bigger price void, so that would be a great put spread under Thursday's low. Let me show you 3 trades that we're still in before I go to the watch list items. This is a GMS, Golf Mike Sierra, just an absolute beautiful gap breakout pattern that we found last Thursday. And let's start here. So this was in a big messy trading range, bearish gap down, intraday sell-off, closing with a range expansion bar that engulfed all of these price bars. That is a very bullish bar. Had I seen that, I would have given that to our swing advisory letter, just to buy over the high of that, and then also a put spread under the low. And in our weekly options trader, we sell options and credit spreads around compelling patterns to make income. And we sell options that only expire 10 days or less. So this would have been a fantastic one to sell an out of the money puts, 10 days or less. We put the money in our pocket and we make money through time decay as long as our support levels hold. It's a fantastic service. I urge you to check it out. So now we're still in another trading range. We're holding the upper half of this big, beautiful 2-bar move. Broke out here again. Engulfing bar here, gapped up. We gave a 5-minute high to our subscribers because of the bullish gap, bullish overall pattern. It's above the rising 20, 50, 200 period moving average. And look to the left, folks. There's no resistance. That's what we call a price void. It was a breakout on the weekly chart also, and that allows the stock to freely move higher like it did. We sold half in the strength on Friday. BGS was another one we shorted on Friday, and this is a bearish pattern. We had declining 20, declining 50. It had a bullish gap up here. It failed, greater than 100% retracement. It couldn't bounce. You see this one little topping tail. We call that an upside shakeout. It tried to break out and failed, and there's no support to the left, and a bearish downtrend on the weekly. Cato finally, we're still in this one. This is another professional gap breakout from a trading range, breaking out on the weekly. We bought a 30-minute high on this particular day. You see that there's no tail on the bottom. That's strength. No tail means, even though it had a big gap up, buyers were willing to pay those prices and higher. The sellers could not drive it at all into the gap. And then this is what we call a 1, 2, 3 continuation. Wide range green bar with little tails. Then we have an inside bar that stays in the upper third. And we told our subscribers they could add to that position over the high of those 2 bars. And we sold half into strength on Friday. Let's now look at I got a big watch list here that we found, again, during scanning in the Green Trading Room. This is what we call a bearish 1, 2, 3 continuation. So we have a downtrend, trading range, couldn't bounce, consolidating into the declining 20, topping tail, wide range bar, inside bar, bearish weekly. And so a lot of these we're putting in our weekend letters for the swing and options trader, which swing trades both stocks and options, and then the weekly options trader that I mentioned to you. Not all of these, but our subscribers will get the actual picks, and then some of these are just going to be watch items for us. ATVI. Now this had a gap breakout here from this big trading range on the daily and weekly. If this can take out Friday's high, we're going to be looking to sell an out of the money put spread. WDC is just in a trading range on the daily and weekly, but the weekly and monthly have that price void that I mentioned, meaning if it can break out, we're going to keep an eye on that. JEC broke out on Thursday and looks higher, so we just got to see where we can get on board. ZBH, trading range, but all-time highs, bullish engulfing on the weekly, relative strength to the market. PSA, some of these real estate REITs have been doing really well with the low bond yields. This looks like a breakout candidate. We'll see if we can find some stock and option trades. NRG, it's a bottoming pattern, multi-month bottoming, but you see the 20 and the 50 are starting to curl up. Friday's bar was a closing breakout bar, and we have a big W pattern on the weekly with a big price void. So that's on our radar. Whiskey Mike, sideways trading range. This is what we call a breakdown failure. Snapped right back up above the 20 and the 50. Marriott is weak. It broke down here, and it's all week long. This thing could not bounce. It has major support on the weekly, so it doesn't have the nice price void that I showed you in some of these other charts. But for a swing trade under last week's low, that looks lower. XPO, we're keeping an eye on this for an out of the money put spread. ABMD is just, this was a nasty gap lower, couldn't bounce. Consolidating here, I don't know what it's going to do, but that's a weak animal. BKMG, beautiful trading range here. So this was a bearish collapse, bullish engulfing, huge bullish gap, trading range, and it's threatening to break out on the daily and weekly, and that one does have a huge price void on the weekly and monthly charts. FE is a sloppier price patterns, but it's in a strong sector and strong uptrend on the daily and weekly. UDR, same sloppy, but it's breaking out on the daily and weekly. ZTS, same. EQIX, very bullish price action. It broke down here under this major pivot, snapped right back, 100% retracement, and is bullish consolidation right now. AKAM, trading range, but it's at all-time highs, holding well. ILMN, that's weakness, nasty gap here to major support, couldn't bounce. Bearish price action under the declining 20. That's on our short watch list. Pfizer, it's a bottoming pattern, but you see buyers are stepping up here, and then it had a gap breakout on Thursday, inside day over Thursday's high. Should give you a little swing trade long. VER, powerful move here to resistance, trading range, little breakdown failure back at the high. Breakout on the daily and weekly, that looks great. ANF, bearish gap down on Thursday, two topping tails, no support to the left. That's on our short watch list. A few more here. Old Mondelez is a mess on the daily, but the weekly is burning off steam, consolidating with a price void. Disney, old Disney had a bearish breakdown here, but a gap up, red bar ignored. Price void over Thursday's high. We're going to check out a possible put spread. And finally, MEI, bullish gap, bullish wide range bar. This is a bullish 1, 2, 3 consolidation. It's in the upper third over Thursday's high. That should continue higher. So that's it, folks. That's my watch list for now, but you can see this is the master trader approach. We look for a compelling setup, bullish or bearish on multiple time frames. time it with the market internals. Is it showing relative strength or weakness to the sector and the other stocks? And then we simply proper position size, enter it, and manage in between using master trader strategies. So urge you to check out our 3 advisory letters. You can get a trial to the swing letter. Check us out in the green trading room. You can also sign up for a trial to that. Good trading, everybody. I hope that helped. As always, you can email me, dan@mastertrader.com, greg@mastertrader.com. Good trading, and see you next time.